there is our top four. Get a great start. 99 Nixon Frost missed out on the podium this morning. He'll be desperate to try and maximise is showing it here. Tyler King's the one in second place. That's Hunter Charlotte, who is on championship watch. If he can hang on and grab a handful of points, he may be enough to lock away that championship with a race in hand. We're going to keep an eye on it because Hayden Fordyce, he's there in third place. Hunter's in fourth. We'll look out for our Jixers in behind as well. We've got a good start coming up for Connor Cox and Lucas Guthrie in there, so this is going to be fabulous as our 5-lap Supersport 150 race. This is their 5th race of the weekend. These guys are going to be shattered, and while they get out there on their first lap, we'll cross down to Neil.
Brad, we'll just do a quick one here. First of all, Dan, some fun out there with you guys.
Oh, it really is. It's a good little field. Lots of fun dicing. It was a good little battle off the line there, so yeah, really enjoyable.
All right, Stenty, the magic of the moment, the old Foursquare. He's 100 years old that year, nearly the same age as you and the Swinger put together.
Oh, I might be a bit older than that, Neil. You never know. I feel it. Yeah, no, great day. Good to have good field out there and excellent racing.
Yeah, well done. Cool as we catch up here. First of all, Joe, you've got to keep Dan behind you, don't you?
Yeah, I think he likes to stay there so that he, gets a peaceful house.
Yeah, oh, nice work. Yeah, well done, Tracy. Look at this camaraderie, isn't it special?
Oh, it's great. Everyone gets along really well. Sometimes we have a few words as you do, but everyone gets over it pretty quick. So yeah, it's good.
It is good too. Jeff, first of all these combos, you enjoying it out there? He's not a bad bloke to be behind.
Yeah, not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all. Went home, rethought yesterday and came back with try a little bit harder today. Yeah. Paid off so far.
All right, Halsey, the three of you, mate. It's World War III, isn't it?
Yeah, it's epic fun, isn't it? when you come out on top, it's epic fun. When you come in second, it's not so much fun, But that's just racing, isn't it? Absolutely stoked with the win after yesterday. I didn't think I had any answers. We went back, did a bit of adjustments, and had a bit of a talk and a bit of a think about things, and then we just went out there and we rode our own race, and yeah, it came through in the end. Really happy.
Thank you to our sidecar teams. Well done, Formula 1, Formula 2. Back to you, Brad.
Oh yeah, this is going to be something special again from our little 150s. Tyler King leads, Nixon Frost, Hayden Fordyce, and then Hunter Charlotte. We're going to go raging through this one here. There's still 4 and a bit laps to go. Looking in behind as well, we've got Reeve Lee in 5th place, Kieran Mayer, Connor Cox, that's 5th, 6th and 7th place. Lucas Guthrie's there in 8th, and with that battle for 3NZ raging on, get in behind Lucas Guthrie on that Get Off My Moto Joe's Garage Race Supplies machine. He's going to try and get a few more championship points over Kieran Mayer if he wants to lock it away. It's going to be exciting. And they've still got another race later on the program. We go then to Alex in 9th. We've got Eva Wintle, who's there in 10th place. Fabulous to see Emma Dowman there as part of that Dowman racing machine. We just saw right there Pete and brother Michael out there on the F2 sidecar machine. So go Emma out there in 11th. We've got Nathan Finlay there in 12th. We've got Caitlin 13th. And then Blaine Pyrama, who's the one in 14th. Joe Stroud rounding out our 15 runners in this magical, fabulous Supersport 150 cast. And our top 4 have just been nothing short of absolutely breathtaking. They've been a cut above the rest and something special to watch. And good to have 3 of those youngsters going over to take on the best of Australia in the Oceania Junior Cup. They were over there middle of the week for a test session, and all signs very positive. And I can't wait to keep an eye on those 3 there. So fabulous to get them behind them. Look out for them: Hunter Charlotte, Hayden Fordyce and Nixon Frost. 3 of them going over to tackle the best that Australia has to offer. And right now we see Nixon and Hunter 1 and 2. Hayden is in 3rd. So that's your 3 that are going to be flying the flag. Tyler's there in 4th place. He had a great trip to the podium here yesterday, had another one here this morning, so he'll be right there handed to the pace. He had 3 out of 3 wins at Manfield at round number 2 here for this championship. Unfortunately for Tyler, the crash during practice qualifying at Ruapuna meant that he was sidelined for the South Island leg of the championship, so not in the points for the overall, but he's still doing a wonderful job out there. He's coming in at about 5th in this championship, so absolutely fabulous. After only doing the 1 round in the races here at Hampton Downs Motor Fest, not on for this class. You've got the double header. 6 races on the cards for Supersport 150, and talking to the youngsters here this morning, the likes of Hunter Charlotte, and Hunter said, I've got practice qualifying and I've got 3 races per day. Oh, it's just going to be like one of my favourite MCI club days. I'm excited about this, so absolutely fantastic. The mindset of these youngsters is so good, and the racecraft and the quality they've shown out there racing, I can't speak highly enough of how good it is to watch and how good it is. I'm excited about the future of New Zealand road racing when you've got this sort of stuff unfolding in front of us.
Oh, absolutely indeed. In fact, now 150 is just all the class and brilliant. It's the 15 that I'm loving, and then it seems like the Joe Strouds in there and the Hunter Charlotte's, get it right, Neil. People like, of course, Eva Winterland there, Emma Dowman. We talked about Emma before, of course, but regards to swinging in the sidecars last week. Reeve Lee, nephew to Scotty Moyer, 2 times runner-up in New Zealand Superbike Championships. Kieran Meir again, another one of those. And of course on the little Gixxer, we know that the Gixxer is a little bit more underpowered than the other 150s out there. So, you know, it's all cool stories to tell, and people growing in our sport. And the way that we're shaping up and the way the sport's coming together, the likes of that NZSBK Grand Prix coming up at Tokoroa in a few weeks as well, it's just so cool for our sport to see the 150s growing. Bring it on. Brad, we've been lucky enough, and you can be as yourself, of course, back in the 90s as a mini kid in motocross in New Zealand, twice number 4 NZ from racing just down the road here at Digger McEwen Park. You saw the benefits of what it did for the off-road fraternity, and after all, remember back in 1995 we saw a kid called Ben Townley turn up to Woodville in the motocross Grand Prix. Hey, 9 years later he was a world champion. This is how we're going to build our future world champions in this class.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely spectacular, and I was just looking at the timing screen. You've got Nixon Frost, Hunter Charlotte, Joestra. How many New Zealand road racing titles have their fathers got between them? It's put an illustrious trophy room between this here, and it's great to see the next generation of our sport coming out there. Only 2 laps to go. It's pretty exciting. Coming up next, we've got our big important lunch break, and then the update to the timetable. We're going to put our 600 Super Sport race straight out after the lunch break, and then our 650 Pro Twins will go after that. So brilliant stuff to see. And this one here in the dying stages of race number 5 for the weekend, as we've got Hayden Fordyce, Tyler King. They are flying by Hunter Charlotte and Nixon Frost in 3rd and 4th place going at it at the moment.
Hey, I want to do a shout out for most of the reason for the lunch break, folks, is not for us just to go over and have some food or a break, but the flag marshals are out there now. You know, they've got a tight little box that they've got to be in there with their legs crossed. You get the idea. And hey, they haven't had a drink or haven't had a bite to eat since they were out there before 8 o'clock this morning, so it's a bit of a break for them as well. So feed the Orange Army, as we call it, and they deserve a break as well. And so too for the officials that have been up here and many other roles as well. So it is polite, and it's also a good opportunity for the people here at trackside to come around and get autographs and go and talk to their heroes. And for those of you out there on Ctas Live, there might be enough time to mow the lawn. So I don't know how big your lawn is, but anyway, if you've already primed your lawnmower and you've got the gas in it ready to go, you've got an empty catcher, there might just be enough time. I wouldn't have enough time for my own lawn at home, but I'd only miss the front lawn. I can go back and do that one after racing. But you get the idea anyway, taking a break so we can all come back for more Ctas fun for this Aon Insurance Pirelli Tyres supported New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championship. All I can say is this is our first year back, as we know what it's done to COVID for everything around the globe, and in this country we haven't been immune to that, but it sees an opportunity to build on your sport. 15 kids in this 150 lineup. It is so awesome.
All right, this is going to be pretty good as well, because if Hunter Charlotte can hang on to that and beat Nixon Frost, I think he'll have the unassailable 25-point lead heading into the final day. We're on championship watch here. I'll let the computer do the mechanics. As he had a 30-point lead coming into today. He won the race this morning, so he has a decent advantage. So if he can hang on and finish ahead of Nixon Frost, that will be a Supersport 150 championship for the likeable young man from the Canterbury. Hunter Charlotte, this is going to be special to watch. Can he hang on? He's got one more lap to do it. The white flag's out, but it's Tyler King and Hayden Fordyce that have bolted in this one, and perhaps one of these. We had Hunter win here yesterday, Nixon won as well. Can we see potentially Hayden or Tyler win this race for the first time this weekend? This is going to be pretty exciting to keep an eye on as it's all unfolding nicely here. Super Sport 150. It's lovely to see, and let's wrap up your top 10. Tyler King, Hayden Fordyce, Hunter Charlotte, Nixon Frost. Still unchanged your top 4 with Reeve Lee there in 5th place. He's got a little buffer back to Lucas Guthrie, who we talked about earlier, had to get himself moving there if he's got to beat Kieran Meir. That 3 NZ title up for grabs for him. And he's responded there. So Connor Cox in 7th, Kieran Meir in 8th. We've got Eva Wintle, that'll be the second of the Gixxers home. Well done to Eva on the Penrite Oils machine. Emma Dowman in 10th. We've got Cadel there, Alex Blaine and Joe, with Nathan Finlay down in 15th place. What a wonderful showing we've got in these the battle of the Gixxers right at the back end of the field. So from about 9th place right down to 15th, separated by not a lot on this racetrack.
Hey Brad, if there's something sort of to try and focus on for a different reason, that's our lap record. So the lap record in this class for 150s is actually a time of 153.6. The best we got in this one is a 156.9, 3.3 seconds. So these guys not going. Here we are, take it home, Brad.
Oh, there it is, and it's going to be just there for Tyler. So Tyler's going to hang on. Hayden's going to get the fastest lap of the race and hang just by 0.04 of a second to go with their 0.001 here this morning. So they have 2 races in less than a tenth apart combined. Unbelievable. So that's 1 and 2. Hunter Charlotte's going to hang on for third, and I believe we'll let the computer do the maths properly, but I believe that could be enough points to lock away a Supersport 150 championship for that young man, and then go back. Nixon Frost is going to come home on that Hughes Holmes DSS Motorcycles Frost Industries race team machine in a quality 4th place, going back to the train, coming through the flip-flop. It's so far with Reeve Lee. Connor Cox is in there as well. Let's see if getting out of that final corner. I think Reeve's going to hang on to it. We've got Reeve coming through. Connor Cox, who's getting quicker as this weekend goes on. Lucas Guthrie's going to come home in 7th place ahead of Kieran Mears, so 4 of them end up finishing and within a second of each other. That's brilliant. As we've got the top 4 separated by not much, and then 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, I should say. Are they going to finish within a second of each other as well? And then look out for the Battle of the Jixers. That's coming down the back straight now with Eva Wintle and Emma Dowman. Some of our ladies on display here. Go the girls, and 9th and 10th place for them. And then looking back to Cadel, Alex, Nathan, Joe and Blaine, our top 15 at Supersport 150. So we're going to look out for this one here as Neil's going to go down to the Parc Fermé and catch up with some fabulous scenes at the podium. Tyler King gets the win ahead of Hayden Fordyce and Hunter Charlotte. That's going to be a podium, and this time with the lunch break coming up next, we'll be able to do justice with them, as that's now in the book on the NV Motorcycles leaderboard. Thank you for tuning in to us on Ctas Live, or if you are at the track, fabulous day here at Taupo International Motorsport Park. We're live and loud for round number 6 of our New Zealand Superbike Championship, brought to us by Aon and Pirelli. And again, in the 600s and the Superbikes, a Pirelli lockout on the podium. So that is just goes to show how fabulous that product is. And we're going to cross down to Neil, who will have a wrap of our Supersport 150 and our podium.
Oh, so easy with a bit of tape, isn't it? Hey, number one. Well done. We're going to put the number 1. Seems to be a bit of a mood of the day. Well done. There's a little bit of a smile there, Ange, isn't there? Hey, he's letting it show. Trendy haircut too, mate. That's nice. That's looking good. Hey, well done, personal. Congrats, Hunter. Great result. You got that number 1. You deserve that. But hey, it's getting tougher out there. These guys are getting better, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Making some improvements. What do you got to do to beat them in the last one, eh? You want to go out on a high, don't you?
Oh yeah, High has already won the championship, and well, I don't have to go all out for it. They can battle for it. I'll just sit back, relax, and try not to crash.
Excellent. Hey, how professional is that? Did you hear that for an answer? I tell you what, there's a few big time road racers could learn from that. Thank you, Christopher, as our pit PA calls coming over the top of our main PA. How's that Race Supplies Mega Motorcycles bike? Is it good?
Yeah, it's quite fast, yeah. Like down there straight, and yeah.
Hey, you're getting a bit more track experience and moving around to other circuits. How's Taupo International Motorsport Park?
Oh yeah, it's real great. Like the track's a bit bumpy, but that's good.
That's good. All right. Have you got a favourite track now that you've raced on all of them around the country? Is there one that you think was more fun than the others?
I still think Taupo's better.
Oh, Taupo's better. You heard it. There's the innocence of it. Well done, Hunter. Congratulations, and deserve it on that number one. So pretty cool. Look at this for Hayden. Hey, look at this. Just sits back here. He's relaxing, got a smile on his face, mate. You're in world-class company here. Does it feel good?
Yeah, it feels real good. Finally get the second that I wanted today.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Hayden, hey, for you, the highs and lows of racing, what do you thought of the season this year?
It's been pretty good. Just lows, probably that crash at Hampton last weekend, hitting Cameron. High was getting on the podium this weekend. That was pretty fun.
All right, hey, off season and coming back next year, what are you some of the things you think of? What are you planning to do? How are you going to do it?
Planning to get up with Cameron in the 300s, but see how that goes.
So more 300s rather than the 150s in the future?
Yeah, probably just because I can't fit the 150s anymore.
You can't fit the 150 anymore. You're growing up. Well done, lovely story, and pretty cool to see. Well, of course, Tyler King Racing, here he is, the man. He beat himself up with you go back to look at that crash at Tyler. It's a learning of life, because it was sort of almost a nothing, wasn't it? Hey, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, no, it's super frustrating. Just one small mistake and it's all over.
Yeah, it was indeed, but luckily you made a recovery. What's Taupo like today?
It's good, but a little bit slippery here and there, but just got to manage the way around it.
Hey, 3 classes today, though. How do you do that?
Just young.
Young, fit, agile. Cool. Back to school tomorrow?
Maybe, depending.
Oh, maybe. It depends on the party tonight. Hey, how's that? How's that for a young man speaking? Some highs and lows for you for this year, Tyler? We know the low. We'll go to Ruapuna and we'll get that one out of the way. What about some of the highlights for you?
Highlights are just winning at Manfield, battling with Nixon. It's definitely one of the highlights, yeah.
All right, you like Manfield?
Yeah, and it's a fun track.
Yeah, fun track. Yeah, all our tracks are so cool because they are so vastly different, aren't they?
Yeah, that's all the tracks are different. All surfaces are different, grippier, not grippier, so you sort of learn.
Yeah, learning all the time. All right, hey, for you, what's the rest of the year got installed? And if you were to have a favourite class to focus on next year, what's it going to be?
Probably going to focus on the 300s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to catch those boys out the front?
Yeah, try to give them a go next year.
Yeah, exactly. That's the attitude we want to. Here it is, folks. This is your future here. 3 super kids that we've enjoyed watching racing. So, well done. Congratulations to Hunter and Hayden and Tyler here. So there they are, our stars of the future. Hey folks, enjoying it. Lunch break time. You've got the food alley is up here in between the grandstands. Remembering, take an opportunity to wander around the pitch. You've got posters. Remembering the $40 raffle for the KO as well. So great to see. Now, delighted to be joined here at the moment by Dr. Steve Bagshaw. And first of all, Steve, you are one for so long that has been focused on these kids. It must be a real smile for you.
Yeah, thanks, Neil. It really is to see these guys going so well, and especially in 2023 when we've got 3 young boys following Cormac Buchanan's footsteps into the Oceania Junior Cup in Australia. So the reason I'm here to talk to you today is that there is an initiative that Moto Academy New Zealand and Motorcycling New Zealand are putting together. We're going to try to create the equivalent of the